Like, I'll tell you why I became a Crip and how the system has a grudge against us, and how what Seven Trees did and what Deshaun Campbell was blamed for. We all felt Officer Fontana's death. The reason why we don't make any songs about it is we don't approve of it. I'm gonna tell you like this: we don't approve of what whoever killed him. Okay, we don't like cops because of Black Lives Matter, but I can honestly say I speak for most Crips when we say we don't agree with what happened. Okay, at the same time, because of the Black Lives Matter movement, like I say, most of us aren't shedding any tears right now. But yes, we do value human life. We lost a lot of our loved ones. We're not immature guys saying, ha ha, take that, if you get my drift. So you can take that for what it's worth. But let's talk about my experience with law enforcement and how they made it clear to me that they have a problem with the Crips. And I'm not saying this so you shoot a cop or they shoot you, or, I'm just trying to let people know, you want to deal with race relations, FBI, you want to deal with race relations, then let's talk about these things, okay? In jail, we're not even allowed to talk to the other race. We're not allowed to sit with them in jail, not just prison, in jail. Santa Cruz County, liberal as hell. Okay, let's talk about it then. If I have something to say to Sereno, I can't say it pretty much. In fact, don't talk to them at all. Don't tell me to say anything. There's a representative. He's usually a guy who's qualified. And we all know that. So that goes without saying. He might not look like it. He might look like it. Who knows? Okay? They deal with them. They say, shut your mouth. I shut my mouth. They say, anyone asks, say you're not allowed to talk to them. So I'm allowed to tell you this. But I'm not allowed to go into detail. And I don't know as much as OGs who've been in prison for like fucking 20 years, 30 years or so. Or even 5 years, if you get my drift. So, basically, and I've had a few bowls, I've had a sip or two of beer. I'm pulled over, safe, being responsible. I'm being real. This needs to be said no matter what happens to me. I was told by a Santa Cruz police officer when I went, and a lot of you, it's a bad idea to point out I've been to jail when I have no criminal record. My record was expunged, and it wasn't for a violent crime. It wasn't for a drug-related crime, not a sex-related crime either. So everyone calm down, okay? So basically he told me that the Seven Trees had either, I can't remember if they told me if they stabbed him. There's like some bird, some owl or something. Almost sounds artificial. It's weird. I'm just buzzing or something. Anyway, he told me that some Seven Trees guy was trying to stab him in the interrogation room. And he said, I moved to Santa Cruz to get away from that bullshit. And that we caught these guys. And this was around 2000. This is around 2000, right? I believe it was 2000, like Halloween or something. I forgot. It was something like that, right? He told me that we caught these guys by tapping all the payphones within like several miles radius of Seven Trees or something. And they overheard them talking to their girlfriends. And he went into detail about it. And so he put into my mind about the surveillance state. And he also put into my mind that white cops hate black guys because of a long history of Crips having a problem with law enforcement. Some law enforcement, don't have a personal reason to hate Crips, and some do. I repeat, some members of law enforcement do not have a personal reason to hate Crips, their partner, their friend, their donut buddy, their cousin. The reason why they became a cop is because what this guy did to that cop or whatever. They don't have that kind of a personal reason. But they're still rolling with the code of silence, and those who do are more established. They are the guys who have been dealing with us the longest. They are the veterans, okay? And they have a long history of having a problem with the Crips. Look at the history. They used to shoot Crips with fire hoses. I wasn't there. I've heard the stories. I've read the articles. They used to blast Crips with fire hoses. They used to beat us the fuck down. They used to drug us up and drop us off in enemy neighborhoods to get killed. Plausible deniability, drugs, the political abuse of authority, institutional racism. Come on, man. It's our culture is why they're doing this, not just our skin. There's a lot of different minorities. It is because of history, the history of Egypt and black supremacy in the ancient world, if you will, that they're doing this. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not fucking just saying this. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, they give black people a hard time. They give black activists a hard time. They give black guys who speak out against mental health a hard time. They give black guys who talk about Christian narratives in a black way a black Christian narrative people, Afro-Asiatic gospel type motherfuckers a hard time. And their pet peeve is a Crip. And I'm tatted, and I'm with the business. So a lot of these niggas sold out to avoid paying the price. They made a deal with law enforcement to say, hey, we're on your side and we know how you feel. Some of them even have sex with law enforcement. Okay, it goes both ways. Okay, there's ugly law enforcement and attractive law enforcement having sex with fucking gang members that sold out. And there's ugly bitches from gangs and attractive bitches from gangs having sex with prison guards and cops and pigs. Okay, sex is a part of this. Reproduction is a part of this. It is a very basic part. Shifting demographics are a major part of the gang politics. So of course the AB and all them are involved in this. Look at LA. The Crips used to run a lot more than they do now. It's not because we're not the hardest gang. It's because we are, and the other guys have to team up and use numbers and team up with the government. With all due respect, look at this scientifically. Look at it scientifically. Okay? We kill more than any other gang. That's a fact. The Crips are the bell that rings the loudest. Whether you're in Baltimore or whatever, it's the Crips and the Bloods. Okay, but the Crips have killed more than the Bloods because we killed the shit out of each other in LA. And the Bloods killed a lot of people, but we killed the most. That's why the prisons are flooded with Crips. No one doubts that. Okay? We are the bell of every gang in America. We're the bell that rings the loudest. And in order for the government to get control of the gang structure, they had to make deals using the Jews in the entertainment industry to redefine Crip culture in a way that is gay-friendly, feminist-friendly, liberal-friendly, and to put them permanently on the left along with the Bloods, but to divide the left in a way that allows them to use their network to manipulate things to get their agenda through. Okay, while we all suffer, and some of us are supposed to play stupid in exchange for our lives or money or not being coerced. Do I seem like the type of, even if you got a picture of me sucking a goat dick, drunk, and under mind control, do you think I'm gonna fucking sell out my people? Are you fucking kidding me? I would even say that I did it willingly, not giving a shit, just to drop the fucking subject and say, yeah, I made a mistake. You think I'm ever gonna fucking sell out my people based on some petty ass shit? And neither should any of you. Are we clear? Yeah, it's a pretty disgusting example, but you need to get through your motherfucking head. All the reasons I'm being harassed. I'm black. Crips have killed cops in the past. Officer Fontana, San Jose. Okay? Google it. Deshaun Campbell. Okay? Google it. Google the history of riots. Who started the LA riots? Both of them. What neighborhoods were they in? What kinds of people were involved? What was their culture and philosophy? And what is the culture and the philosophy in those areas now? With only a hint of the former philosophy, which we should have preserved. This is a war between a bunch of people that preserve their ancestors' cultures and the 6 and the 9. The 6 being the conservative, conserve the white culture, con, the preserve, right? Preserve, we'll look at it like that. And the con, the conserve. And then there is the liberate from the conserve. No, I don't want to liberate from the conserve or conserve. I am going to preserve my ancestors' cultures. And yes, bitch, what is the answer? In your face with a fucking mean, drunken piranha fish face. Saying, bitch, I do 15 hits in 1.2 seconds from Deontay Wilder's boxing range. I have shown a respectable, a fucking divine ability to apply it with my over 100-0 victories. So don't sit there like Bruce Lee can do 20 hits from his boxing range with karate gloves on in 1.2 seconds. He could not. I am the top. Sit down. Shut up. I have a more powerful mind balancing a bigger body. You're balancing a little yellow toy train, with your little brain, little pea brain. I got this big ass fucking brain balancing a huge fucking locomotive. Do you get it?